I don't understand why you're taking off. First you say you love me, now you're breaking it off. You had me at a low and then you passed go and collected your greens. Easily it seems, oh. Tell me, did I do something wrong? Or did you invite someone to this song? I don't wanna start by criticizing you, but since we don't talk, there's nothing left to do. But this won't be my heartache, no. This will be your mistake, oh. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run, run, run. This will be your mistake, oh. It won't be my heartache, no. Go ahead and run. Now go ahead and run, run, run. Oh, run. You were all I'd ever seen. You were all I'd ever dreamed. A perfect face and a perfect smile. Boy, you rocked my world with style, with style. Now you wanna go, you wanna leave it all behind and throw it away. Oh, it's eating off me, baby. Oh, I don't know or say, but this won't be my heartache, no. This will be your mistake, oh. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run, run, run. This will be your mistake, oh. It won't be my heartache, no. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run, run, run. You took all that I had and left me with nothing, nothing. But I won't be your victim. Oh, love goes on without you. Oh, and I know what I do, I know what I do. I blame it all on you. 'Cause this won't be my heartache, no. This will be your mistake, oh. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run, run, run. This will be your mistake, oh. It won't be my heartache, no. Go ahead and run. Now go ahead and run, run, run. Go ahead and run, oh. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run. Go ahead and run, run, run. Now you're begging again. Breaking up shouldn't be this hard. I just wanted a friend, so you can keep your heart, keep your heart. No more fights and no more debate. I'm out of ways to love you. No more shortcuts that we can take. Only way out is through. I promised you long ago to be your girlfriend, your girlfriend. But somewhere down the road we hit a dead end, a dead end. Though I tried and tried, it only made me cry, made me all the shit that I put you through. When I'm letting you go, 'cause I don't see the point, no, no. No more fights and no more debate. I'm out of ways to love you. No more shortcuts that we can take. Only way out is through. I promised you long ago to be your girlfriend, but somewhere down the road we hit a dead end. Though I tried and tried, it only made me cry, and now there's nowhere to go from here. We hit a dead end, dead end. I promised you long ago to be your girlfriend, but somewhere down the road we hit a dead end, Though I tried and tried, it only made me, and now there's nowhere to go from here. We hit a dead end, Why you letting me know all the shit that I put you through? When I'm letting you go, 'cause I don't see the point, no, no. No more fights and no more debate. I'm out of ways to love you. No more shortcuts that we can take. Only way out is through. I promised you love.